Pretty privilege is real. It is. I said it's real. I have seen people gravitate towards me, and then all of a sudden, like, compliment me on my eyes, my skin color, my hair, whatever. Right? So it's real. People do actually, I guess, treat me differently because of it. Now, because of it, the different treatment is not always good. Okay?
Is she trolling? I I see what she's saying from a talking point perspective. I didn't know that she was going to use herself as an example. I will say that beauty is in the eye of the beholder. So I admire confidence, and I do want to get further into the video. Um, y'all be sending me some wild stuff, bro. Let me just get to the rest of this.
Sometimes the treatment is negative and it's bad. So because of the color of my skin, because of the color of my eyes, because of my hair texture, I get hated on. So I'm gonna need you people who hate on people who are pretty to at least take into consideration that we getting it out here. Like, we already getting it. We don't need it from you as well. Like, for real. Like, give us a break. I mean, be mad at moms and dad. Huh? We didn't do it. We didn't ask to be put here to look like this, okay? Whatever we was mixed up with, it's here, and we didn't have anything to do with it. So I was in a public spot a few weeks ago, and there was a gentleman who was talking to me more than he was talking to the other ladies in the room. And ever since then, those ladies have been treating me like shit. And it wasn't my fault. He was just talking to me. I mean, probably because I was confident enough to speak back to him. I don't know. But they was hating. And they've been treating me like shit ever since. So y'all, be kind. Be kind to us pretty girls.
All right, so look, y'all. You know how when people say, how do I approach this? When people say, when you have money, you don't have to necessarily always say that you have money, which I don't always necessarily agree with. It depends on the context of the conversation. I think that that's kind of like an applicable example here. Like, if it was really that, because see, the pretty girls that I know, they not necessarily talking like this. They actually are trying to be as humble as possible because they don't like the fact that people judge them or assume that they only get what it is that they want based off of the fact that they're pretty. And I think that, I don't know how old she is. You know what I'm saying? Like, before I actually watched this video, and I seen like the first maybe 7 seconds of it before I started reacting to it right here. And I said, oh, okay, this should be an interesting one. And so now I'm kind of surprised at the context of the conversation. I went to her profile because, I like to make sure that this is not something from somebody else's profile or somebody stole the video or whatever, because I like to give credit to the content creator. And it looks like she actually probably lost a lot of weight, but it's not, in my opinion, personally, conventionally based off of European standards and what the things are that people look for. Do I think that she get approached by men? Yeah, probably. I mean, I think that any woman that probably carries herself a certain way, and I don't know how she carries, I just don't fucking know. I'm trying to make sense of this in real life. But at the same time, I'm trying to be objective and open to what she's saying. It just makes it a little bit more muddy when she uses herself as an example, because then you have to judge, right? You start to judge it. It's almost like if somebody says they have a lot of money, I'm going to just use something objective that we already are aware of. Then you start looking at their lifestyle, right? You want to start saying, okay, well, what does your portfolio look like? Or, is your house paid for? And do you have a bunch of debt? Are you capping and taking pictures in front of other people's cars, right? We start to judge the person, which if you are going to claim that, or if you are going to say that, you're going to have to really stand up. You're going to have to really start to show and prove, right? And it's like this. If you use yourself as an example, as a talking point on social media, now you have to show and prove. You are going to have to say, you're going to have to stand on that, and people are going to judge you. That's the rules of the game. I didn't make it up. You didn't make it up. That's the nature of people on social media. When you say you are something or you use yourself as an example, if she was talking objectively and she was just speaking on the subject in general and she wasn't using herself as an example, I think that people would more or less hear her. People would be more willing to have the conversation. But when you start to use yourself as an example of what you are talking about, now it makes the conversation a little bit more different. But let's hear the rest of what she got to say.
We out here scraggling. I think we should just call a spade a spade. People are coming for me because
How old do y'all think this woman is? How old do y'all think she is? She looks like she may have been maybe she was hitting and baddie when she was younger. Honest to God, I cannot tell you. I don't know how old she is. I don't. I don't. I genuinely don't know how old she is. So maybe she got a point. Maybe she hitting on something. You know what I'm saying? We all get old. We all age. Things sag on certain people and stuff like that. But, I don't know. I don't know how old she is. So maybe I'm not even going to guess. Y'all let me know how old y'all think she is inside of the comments.
they're haters. It just is what it is. I mean,
and I don't think that people are haters either. I think that people are they judge you when you say stuff.
I get the whole colorism aspect. I get colorism too. I'm biracial. So I'm never white enough, never black enough. I always get that. Okay.
Ain't got nothing to do with that.
We so over that shit.
I ain't got nothing to do with that.
But I am also pretty. I am a conventionally pretty woman. I don't care what nobody says. I know what I see when I look in the mirror, and I know what type of privileges I've received and still receive to this day. If I go to a bar right now, there's an 80% chance that some man is going to come up and try to pay for my lunch. Is it because of the color of my skin? I don't think so. You do the math. I mean, it's not that hard. It's not rocket science, okay? I wasn't being conceited. I was being serious. I was saying that a lot of people think that because you're conventionally pretty, that your life is just all peaches and rainbows. It's not. We get hated on just as much, if not more, for being pretty. And as you can see in the comments, people are coming for me. And it's not because of my color. It's because I'm pretty.
Listen, do you? You know what I'm saying? I'm all for confidence. I'm all for people talking they talk. I'm all for it. Yo, you know what? Y'all make y'all assessment. Y'all tell me. I think that people that are conventionally confident tend to get what they want in life. I don't know if she's trolling. I don't know if, she's gotten to the point to where she's aged. I think that maybe my grandfather, if he was still alive, maybe would have tried to holler at her, right? Maybe it's a generational thing, and maybe people are hating. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. It's a viral video that y'all sent me that I just had to objectively react to. I don't know how to make sense of what's being said. All I know is what is said, and people are coming at her in the comments. And so you got to own it when you decide to step out there on a social media perspective. Let me know what y'all think inside of the comments. And again, I'm always going to link back to the content creator regardless of whether I agree or not. Make sure y'all tap into the Patreon. Link is in the description. Teach Henley. 40% off your first order, 20% off for life. I love you. I appreciate you. Should be interesting.